Hello. Uh, Can you hear me?
Yes.
Fine. Yeah. So, good evening to all of you. So, myself, Prashant Sharma. So, I'm the course instructor of the Statistics 1 course. So, today's session is the very first session of Stats 1 course. Okay. And welcome to the Stats 1 course. So, first, okay. So, some basic questions. How many of you covered the lectures video week one? Okay,
Me?
you can raise your hands. Or okay, Sanj Verma. Okay, two, three. Okay, Anjali is saying still in progress. No problem. Due date is still there. Okay, so six. I can see 6 to 7 votes. So they are saying yes. Okay. Is there any session going on simultaneously at this time, or is this the stats
Ye-
one?
Yes, sir. English session was going and it's still done.
It's still going on. When it started? English one.
Yes, sir. 5 o'clock. It's going to close.
Okay, no problem. We'll see. We'll start. Okay, so what's your I mean, what kind of session do you want? Do you need? I mean, I'm planning to give the summary of the week one course for this particular session. I mean, at least for today itself, or else you want to do in discuss the activity or practice doubt.
Sir, in last session we have done summary by Rishabh, sir.
Okay, in TA session you are talking about. So
Yes,
one
sir.
thing we can do, we can discuss the concept with the examples. Okay. For the upcoming session, one more session is there on Friday, right? Friday 8 to 10 p.m. You can see your calendar. So you
Yes,
can
sir.
ask your doubts in that session. Will that be all right for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because I can see messages for still, I mean, week content is still pending. Okay, so we'll do that. And also, so actually, your I mean, sessions for statistics one will be happening on Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So this session
Sir,
we
uh,
had shifted from Tuesday to Wednesday. Yes, yeah, go ahead.
so this statistics session is uh, I actually on Friday I also have a we also have a math session, open session at 8 p.m. only, and the stats open session is also at 8 p.m. only.
Okay, Dipakshi, no problem. We'll check with the team why it's overlapping happening. We'll
Yes,
check
it
and
is overlapping
okay,
every
no problem.
Friday.
Don't worry. We'll check.
Maths.
We'll check
Okay.
and sort out. Yeah, no problem.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so let's start the session. Okay, I will share my screen and we'll start the from very first concept of stats and we'll see some we'll try to discuss the concepts as well as some along with the examples. Okay, so let me share my screen.
Sir, what we are going to do? Summary?
Yeah. So I'm planning to give the summary of the content of week one along with the examples. Will that be all right, right? I'm hoping because
Okay,
some
sir.
of you haven't not covered the content. Okay, so I'm planning to give you summary, and there will be one more session on Friday itself, so you can ask doubts from activity or practice in that session. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay.
okay, fine. Yeah. So let me start the week one content. Okay. So basically, in statistics, we are going to start from this. I mean, see, in statistics, there are two branches of statistics. We'll start from very basic. Okay. So what is the two branches? I mean, if you are going to be a data scientist or something else, right? Then there is something called two things you have to do on your data, real life data. First thing, so there are two main branches. First called the description or descriptive statistics, and second one is called the inferential statistics. Okay. So these two are main branches, main things of statistics. These two are main parts of the statistics things. Okay. Before moving to this statistics, let me give you one idea about sample and population. Okay. Then I will move to the this part. It will give you some clear idea. Okay. So what is the sample? First of all, let's discuss what is the population. So we'll discuss the what is the terminology of the population. So population in stats world is nothing but it's a total collection of all the elements in which we are interested. Okay. So let's say I'm interested to know the, for example, you can say percentage of all students in India who have passed their class 10th exam and going for some higher education and all. Okay. So your population is nothing but collection of total collection of all the elements. This is nothing but total collection of all the elements that we are interested in. Okay. So this is called something population. Okay. And what is the sample basically? So sample, for example, let's say population is nothing but that example I told you, right? Percentage of all the students, okay, in India who have passed or cleared the class 10th exam, okay. Suppose, so we are going to take the all the students here. And what is the sample, first of all? So sample, anyone? It's a
It
subset
is
of
a subset of population.
the population. Okay. So what can be subset from here? It can be, suppose it can be any, let's say I am going to take some random sample of 200 students from the different regions of India, right? Okay, let me draw one picture that will give you some rough idea. Suppose I'm saying I have a big box. Okay, in that box there are some balls of different colors. Okay, let's say just give me a second. That will be give you some clear idea. Okay. So suppose this is the something I'm going to consider as a population, means collection of balls in a box. Okay. So population can be, suppose I'm interested to this kind of all, let's say some 4 to 5 different colors of balls, right? And what will the sample? Sample as per the definition, it's just a subset of these things, right? Okay. Suppose I have taken this one and this one, and let's say I have taken this. Okay. So is this a sample from this population or not?
Yes, sir.
This
Yes.
No,
Yes, sir.
sir.
No, sir.
no, it's a sample.
No.
See, I have taken some 4 balls from this box.
Good sample, good representation.
Correct, correct. So that is
It's
something.
sample, but not good representation.
Correct, correct. That is something I wanted to discuss here. So if you see, I have selected only two balls of only two colors, right? Blue and black. Okay. So it's a even though it's a sample. It's suppose I have selected some green ball or yellow ball, for example, that will be also be a sample. But thing is that for a good study, good thing, your sample should be a good representative for my population. Correct?
Sir.
Are you getting the idea? What is the meaning of good representative?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me
Yes, sir.
take some another example. Let me take some different example. Suppose there is a university, okay? and you are interested to know some average marks of students or annual package of students, anything. What it's depend on. Okay, so one request to everyone. Adib, can you mute? Okay, so one request to everyone. If you do not have any doubt, right? So please keep mute yourself. Okay. Okay, so suppose I'm saying, suppose there are you are interested, or suppose you are an analyst, you are interested to know the average marks or annual package in an university from different departments, or let's say average marks, anything. It will depend on your objective. That's not our concern. Let's discuss. Suppose there is one university. Let's say that university is A. Okay, and so suppose there are some, let's say, four departments. Okay, one, let's say, CS department, computer science. Another one, let's say, electrical department. Okay, let's say another one is mechanical department. Okay, and next, anything else, let's say some civil department, anything. Okay, so these are four departments. Let's say there's a small university or small engineering college where these four departments are there. Okay, you want to know some average marks of throughout the university or annual package, something like that. For this, yesterday, you have collected your sample of, let's say, 50 students from the CS department and, let's say, mechanical department. Okay. First of all, this will be my population data collection of all the students. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This will be my
Yes, sir.
sample. Okay. Because this is the one of the subset, right? Now,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
my question is whether this sample is a good representative for this population or not.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
Right?
sir.
Doesn't
Because
represent all the fields.
correct. So suppose you have selected some 50 students. These 50 students should be randomly selected, okay, from the each of the department, right? Here, if you see, it's not a good representative, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it's
Yes, sir.
not a good representative. So one thing about sample should be good representative of population. Okay. Okay. This is
Yes.
clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Fine. So let's move to
Sir,
the
can I ask one question?
yeah. Please go ahead.
Sir, as you told that the sample is side one is the sample, then how can we it is a good representation of a whole population?
It's a good representative. Means suppose you have selected 50 students randomly from all the departments. Okay, means the sample which you have selected, it should be from all things, right? It shouldn't be like only from one department. See, suppose you have selected 50 students only from CS, for example, and you have calculated the average marks of CS students, and you have given some result. So that's not a good yesterday, right? You should be selected. Suppose you want to know the average marks of college or university, then you have to select the students from all the departments, right?
Sir,
Are you
in
getting me?
all the departments, you mean that we have to pick only
CS,
one student?
electrical, mechanical, civil. Okay, that is the example which you have taken.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
So let's move to
Sir.
that part. Yes.
Sir, can you please explain once again which you have discussed in 15 minutes? I joined late.
Okay, so till now we had just discussed the what is the population, okay, and what is the sample. That's all. So population is nothing but the total collection of all the elements in which we are interested, basically. For example, percentage of all the students in India who have passed the class 10th exam. Sample, what is the sample? Sample is nothing but a subset of the population. Any subset, it can be any subset. Okay. Now, thing is that, so suppose if you see this thing, this blue big box, suppose I have population of or collection of some lots of balls of different colors. Okay. Then sample is a subset of this population, right? So if you see this is the subset, I have selected some two black ball and two black ball and two blue ball. But main point is whether this sample is good representative or not. So good representative means suppose I have selected one or two balls from each color, right? That then my sample is the good representative. Otherwise, it's in this case, it's not a good representative. I have then after that I have taken some different examples. Let's say you have, there is one university or engineering college named A, and there are some four departments: CS, electrical, mechanical, and civil. Okay, and these are the population. Population is collection of all the students from these four different departments. Now, what is the sample? Suppose I have selected a sample of 50 students from, let's say, CS department and mechanical department, for example. So question is whether this sample is good representative or not. No, right? Because we have
No,
selected the students only from CS and mechanical, not from all the departments. Okay. So one concern is
yes,
our sample should be a good representative for the population. Okay. Is this rough idea is
population.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's move to the main branches of statistics. First one is called descriptive, and second is inferential. Okay, I will come to the inferential. So what do you mean by descriptive statistics? If you focus on the word, so this is the part of statistics where we are giving the description or summarization of the data. Basically, it's in this part we are giving description and summarization of the data. Whatever data set I have, I suppose whatever data set I have to give the description and summarization of that data. What do you mean by summarization? So meaning of the summarization is nothing but here. Let's say I'm going to give some numerical or graphical summary. Okay, I will give you example. If you are not getting the idea, don't worry. Numerical or graphical summary, or you can simply say summarization means to sum up the main points of something, to sum up the main points of the data or something else, right? What do you mean by okay? So descriptive statistics, whatever data set you have, you are going to describe, you are going to summarize of that data set. Summarize means you are going to give some numerical summary, some graphical summary, some or you are going to sum up the main points of data set. What do you mean by the describing and summarization? Let's take this example. This student department, student example of different department. Suppose I have a data set. I'm going to create a scenario. Suppose you have a data set of 50 students, right? Okay. And all from four different departments. Okay. From CS, or suppose I gave you data. Some, let's say, some 15 students from here, 10 are from here, 10 are from here. So, and 15 are from this department. So, suppose let's consider this is department A, department B, department C, department D. Just consider this scenario. Okay. Now, suppose this is data. I gave you the data set of this 50 students. In this data set, suppose some columns of there are like name, marks, and all. So how you can give the description of this data set? Okay, you can simply give me let's say you can simply tell me maximum marks of the students is, let's say, X something, right? You can tell me from this data set minimum marks of the students, let's say Y. Correct? You can simply tell me average marks of these 50 students, let's say some Z. Okay. Or you can simply tell me, you can simply plot a, let's say, you can simply plot a bar chart also, right? I
yes,
mean, from department A, there are 15 students. From department B, there are 10. From C, there are 10. From D, there are 15. Something like that, right? So whatever data set you have been given, you are just going to summarize, or you are just giving the, you are just describe, you are just summarizing that data set. So this kind of things comes under the descriptive statistics. Okay. Are you getting my idea?
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what type of information we can get from sample in descriptive statistics?
Anything, see. don't go with the sample and population. My main concern is whatever data set you have, right? You are just going to give the description or summary of that data set. That's all. Basic EDA. EDA means exploratory data analysis. I mean, that's a different thing. Don't go there. But my main concern is whatever data set you have. Okay. Suppose I gave you the data set of, let's say there are some 20 in a locality. Okay, I gave you some data set of 20 people. Okay, in that data set, let's say some their education qualification is given to you, some earning income range is given to you, something like that. Okay, then
Yes.
how you can summarize that data set, suppose in front of me or in front of anyone. Okay, so some whatever data set you have, how you can summarize, you can simply tell me, right? You can simply tell me, you can plot a bar chart, or you can simply tell me, right, suppose there are 20 people, right? You can simply, okay, you can plot income range here, right? Something
Yes.
like that. Let's say you can simply tell me 10 people are in or 5 people are in this income range, 3 people are in this income range, 8 people are in this income range, something like that, right? You can summarize the, you can simply find the mean, you can simply find the median, you can simply find the mod. Okay, so basically whatever data set you have been given, you are describing or you are summarizing that data set. It can be population, it can be sample, doesn't matter. It will depends on the whatever data set you have. Suppose you have 1,000 rows, some 5 columns, you can summarize that data set, right? You suppose you have 100 rows, 3 columns, you can summarize that data set, you can give the some description about that data set, right? So are you getting the rough idea?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, is this clear so far, everyone?
Sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a doubt.
sir,
Yeah,
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can I ask a question?
yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, as you shared, when I'm talking about the descriptive data set,
Mm-hmm.
then if any data set gives an information about mean, median, mode,
Mm-hmm.
or the correlation or the
Mm-hmm.
variance
Mm-hmm.
or standard deviation, then I able to say that yeah, that data set is talking about the descriptive statistics.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not talking about, if it gives any graph like pie chart, bar chart, or any scatter plot, then
Mm-hmm.
I say that yeah, that data set is talking about the inferential statistics.
No, 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 no,
So it
no.
is true.
No, no, no. It's not the case. See, just listen me carefully. What I'm saying, descriptive statistics is whatever data set you have been given, right? You are just going to summarize that data set. You are going to describe that data set. See, even though that data set, suppose data set of 50 students is given to me, let's say some regional wise distribution is given to me, right? Marks of students is given to me. Let's say some educational qualification, I mean 10, 12, something like that, right? So,
Yes,
I
sir.
can calculate the maximum marks. Let's say they are in first year. I can calculate the maximum marks, right? I can calculate the minimum marks. I can calculate the average marks. I can plot the bar chart, something like that, right? In department A, these are the number of students. In department B, these are the number of students. Department C, department D. You can plot a pie chart, right? By regional wise distribution. I mean east, west, north, south, right? So, I
Yes, sir.
mean, you can simply say X percentage of students from this college are from, let's say, East India, then Y%, then Z%, then W%. So they are from different regions. So thing is that whatever data set you have, suppose I'm saying here 50 students are there. You are just summarizing, you are just describing that data set. It can be 1,000 rows, 5 columns. It can be 10,000 rows, 2 columns. It can be some 20 rows, 10 columns. Anything. But whatever data set you have, you are just going to give the summary of that data set. You are not going to conclude anything. Whatever things are present in your data set, you are just going to describe that data set.
Answer descriptive statistics can be performed either on the population or on a
Anywhere,
sample, right?
anywhere. Yeah, that's why I said whatever data set you have. Okay. Because see,
So
descriptive means you are just summarizing that data set.
But sir, inferential can only be performed on
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sample.
I will come to that one. I will come to that one. So descriptive statistics, See, basic things, just be focused. What I'm saying, whatever data set you have, doesn't matter, right? Whatever data set you have, you are going to summarize that data set. Okay? Or you are
Okay,
just
sir.
going to describe that data set. It can see whatever data set means it can be population data set, right? It can be sample data set, right? See, population data set, let's say consider there are some 1,000 students in a class, right? Or sorry, in a school. Okay. I can do the summary of this 1,000 students or not.
Yes, sir, we can do.
Suppose you have sample of 50 students, correct? You can describe about something this data set of 50 students or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it doesn't matter about population data set or sample data set. Descriptive statistics can be performed on population as well as on sample data set. Okay, so far it is clear.
Yes, sir, it is clear. Sir, can you give any example in which differential statistics and inferential statistics, both statistics are performed?
I will,
Sir, if you
yeah,
give an example,
I will take one example that will give you an. Okay.
thank you, sir.
Sir, please tell the main difference between descriptive and
Yeah,
inferential
I will come to that one. No,
in
no
the
problem.
point of this question. Thank you.
Okay, so let me give you some rough idea about inferential. So by the name, if you see, inferential statistics is nothing but we are going to draw, right? We are drawing some inference, okay, or some conclusion from the data, okay. Now, so let me come to one example. Let's say that student example, okay. Suppose let's create a scenario. There is one college A, okay. Okay. Let's in that college, some there are let's say some 10,000 students are there. Okay. Now I have collected the data set. I mean from various departments. Okay. Let's not go there. Let's say some they are I mean 1,000 students. Sorry, 10,000 students are there in a college A, and from various departments. Okay. Now, so suppose I am saying you have to. Okay. Before going to that, let's say I have selected a data set of or sample of 500 students, correct? Okay. Data set means it can contain the region wise distribution of students. It will contain, suppose this college, so it will contain the marks of class 12 or from which kind of board. I mean, like in
In
what,
which domain they are?
correct. In which domain
Sir,
in
can I
private,
ask one question?
whether they are from CBSE board or ICSE board, something like that, or state board. Okay, so I mean this
Yes,
will
sir.
contain and marks of the first semester or first year, something like that. Okay, so main concern is, so this is your population data set, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
this is
sir.
the something sample data set, right?
Yes,
Right,
sir.
sir.
Now
Sir,
listen
can
me
I ask
carefully.
one question?
Yes.
Sir, suppose if there is a group of 50 student of same type of student, and if we will pick the 10 student, then then that 10 student will be a good representation of that 50 student.
It will depend how you are selecting your data set. I mean, whether, yeah, so if you see, if you are doing randomly, then it's a good. If they are of same kind, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So let's come to this point. Okay, so, okay, forget about this part, this right side part, 500 students for now. Okay, now can you tell me, can you describe this data set, 10,000 student data set? Can you tell me the maximum marks or not? Can you tell me the minimum marks or not? Can you tell me the average marks or not? Or some bar
Yes.
chart and all, right? Suppose total 10,000 students are there. How many students are in, let's say, A department A? Let's say, A college there. Let's say A1 department, okay? Then department A2, then department A3, department A4. Yes or no? You can do,
Yes, sir.
okay? Now, so this is something will comes under the descriptive statistics, right? Means
Right, sir.
whatever data set you have, you just describe that data set. So far, so good?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, if we make conclusions with the description of a specific data set, what do we call it? We call it descriptive statistics, right?
No. See. Conclusion is depend on for for which kind of data set you are going to make conclusion. See
Like,
what? Okay. So be just listen me carefully. What I'm saying, whatever data set you have, if you are just describing that data set, you are not going to make any inference. You are just saying maximum marks of this 10,000 students is something. Let's say X. Minimum marks is Y. Average is Z. And these are the number of students from different various. Different departments. Some pie chart you can plot. So what you have done here, you had just described this data set. So far, so good,
okay.
right? So what we are doing here, we are just describing or we are just giving the summary of data set. We are not making any conclusion. We are just giving the summary, whatever whatever the things are present in my data set, right?
Okay.
Correct? Now,
Sir, can you please explain that what is the difference between summary and conclusion? Because I think both are the
no,
same thing.
summary, no, not conclusion means you are making any inference about something. Okay. Summarization means or describing means whatever things are given to you, you are giving the. So see, summary means, let's say you are saying maximum marks is this, minimum marks is this, average marks is this. Okay. Conclusion is, I will come to the point. What do you mean by the conclusion? Okay. Now this for 10,000 students is clear. This part. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, for this, suppose, okay, I don't want to do the things on 10,000 students. I have selected a sample of 500 students. Or suppose you have a set of 500 students. Now, the same thing you can do or not. I can simply find the maximum marks of these 500 students or not. Minimum marks, average marks, or some bar chart. Yes or no?
Yes, sir, we can do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what we have done, we have described my data set here, right? Describe the data set of 500 students. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So whatever
Yes,
data
sir.
set you have, whether you are this 10,000 students or whether you are this 500 students, you are just describing the main point of your data set. This comes under descriptive statistics. Now, what's the inferential statistics? Suppose, let me erase these things. What the inferential statistics comes? Suppose you have 10,000 students, right? And you don't want to do the study on this 10,000 students. Suppose you have collected a data set of a sample of 500 students. Okay. Now, suppose
Yes.
you have calculated the, for example, average marks, okay, is let's say 75, for example. So you have calculated the average marks of this based on this sample data. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose your
Yes,
objective
sir.
was to know, suppose you are an analyst and you wanted to know what's the average marks in that college A, okay? And you had calculated the mean or average marks of this 500 students and you got it as 75. Fine. Now, suppose you are going to make the conclusion that the average marks of this 10,000 students or average marks of the college A is 75. This is the inferential. Means based on the sample data, you have made a conclusion or you have made an inference for the population data set. Okay. So this is called the inferential statistics. Mean based on the sample data set, I am going to make a conclusion for whole data set. That's called the inferential statistics. Is the rough idea is okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I will
sir.
give you some
Yes,
another
sir.
example. For example, that 10,000, class 10 pass students for the throughout the India. Okay. Let's say, suppose, see, it's a little bit very tedious or difficult task to collect the data set of all the students who have passed the class 10th students throughout the India. Yes or no? And suppose you are interested to know what's the average marks of class 10th students who passed the class 10 in let's say 2023, for example. Okay, you wanted to know all over the India. Okay. So what you can do,
Yes, sir.
suppose you have selected some, let's say sample of, let's say, 1,000 students. Okay. Randomly,
Okay, sir.
and from different regions of India, not from only a particular part, right? That will be bias sample. Suppose you have selected from the different regions of India, 1,000 students you have selected, right? Now you have
Yes.
calculated the average marks of this 1,000 students, so you got, let's say, 85. Okay.
Okay.
Now what you are going to do as an analyst, suppose you are going to represent in front of government, and you are saying, or average marks of class 10th students all over the India is 85, then this is the inference, or this is the conclusion you have made based on your sample data for your population data set. Okay. So inferential statistics can be performed only on the sample data set, because based on the sample data, you are going to make the conclusion, or you are going to make the inference, or some inference, some conclusion about your population data set. Is the rough idea is okay?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a
Yes,
question.
sir.
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Sir, as you said, during the descriptive statistics, we
Hmm.
also able to calculate the minimum and maximum marks.
Hmm.
But if we are able to calculate the minimum and maximum marks, and
Hmm.
we do same thing in the this inferential statistics also, means we just conclude a maximum marks, and we said this maximum marks is represent the population of the average of the population marks. So, sir,
Hmm.
I am not getting that thing. Means we are also
Okay.
finding
Okay, no,
this
no, no. See
marks.
that. Okay, that example I took because of just giving you the idea. Descriptive statistics can be performed on population data set as well as on sample data set. Meaning, whatever data set you have, right? You can give the, see. Suppose, okay, give me the answer of my question. Suppose you have a data set of 1,000 rows and 5 columns. Can you give me some? Can you describe me that data set?
Yes, sir, I have conclude maximum and minimum
Okay,
marks
forget
first.
about conclusion now. You can simply give me that some description about that data set or not. You can simply give me.
Yes, sir, we can do.
You can do, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Suppose I have given you data set of 100 rows and some 3 columns for that data set.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can give me, right? So if you consider, suppose that 1,000 rows and some 5 columns are, suppose that is a population. Just consider it as a population, for example. Okay. Then you can perform
Yes, sir.
the descriptive statistics on that 1,000 rows and 5 columns. Correct.
Yes.
Correct. The same thing you can perform 100 rows and 3 columns.
Yes, sir.
Right.
It
Yes,
will
sir,
That
we
be a
can perform.
specific point.
that comes as
Is
the
this allowed?
descriptive. Yeah, yeah, let me finish. So that comes as the descriptive part. Inferential means based on the sample data, you are making conclusion for the population data. For example, let me take one example. Suppose there is one, let's say in a big city, there is one mall. Okay. Okay. You want
Okay,
to
sir.
know, the population of the city, whether they like the that th whether they like the things in the mall or not. Whether, overall they like it or not. Okay. Okay. Suppose
Okay,
what you
sir.
can do. Suppose you might stand, okay, in a mall. Okay, in that mall, and you can ask a sample of 100 people. Okay, let's say 100 people, right? If they like the shopping or not. Okay, you can do or not this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, based on the opinion of these 100 people, okay, if you are making the conclusion that populations of or peoples in that particular city, they like the shopping in that particular mall. So what you are going to do here, you have made the one inference, or you have made the one conclusion based on this data set for the population data set. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is called the inferential statistics. Based on the sample data set, you are going to make the conclusion for the population data set. Is the rough idea is okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, just give me 1 minute. I will bring my laptop charger and we'll start in 1 minute. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Guys,
Yeah.
uh, inferencing can be, I think inferencing can be data of a specific point from a sample. Is it this? It can be
What you can you say? Please repeat it.
data of a specific point from sample. This can be conclusion or not?
We
Some
take.
data, yeah, some data of specific point from like average marks from 100 people or 100 students. We are concluding that, or we want to know about average marks of 100 students, right? So we can say that the average marks is the data of a specific point from the sample.
Means you take a specific data points from the population.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
We are
it
talking
can.
about a specific point.
Yeah, it can be a sample data set, because if you are taking all the if you concluding all the scenarios, like if you take suppose you have a data set and you take some specific point from all over the field, then it can
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
sam then it can be a good representation. But the thing which you said earlier, you take some specific point from the population, it can be a sample, but it not be a good representative of that population.
Hello,
Yeah,
am I
this
audible?
may not be a good representation, but it can be a conclusion from the specific point like average marks.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so
Yeah.
hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you
Yes,
are
sir.
audible.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Yeah. So, did you get the idea about inferential and descriptive statistics?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, let's move to the next topic. I think it's structured or unstructured, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir. Structured
Yes,
and
sir.
unstructured data.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So, let's discuss this case, structured and unstructured data. Okay. So, let me write. So, by the nomenclature, I think it's clear, right? What do you mean by structured data or unstructured data or
Yes,
not,
sir,
Yes,
it's
sir.
clear.
right?
Yes, sir.
So, these are two types of, I mean, two type of different data sets, right? Structured and unstructured data set. Okay. So, by the nomenclature, if you see, structured data is something is clearly defined and in standard format, right? I mean,
Yes,
let
sir.
me okay. Let me write down the things for structured data as well for unstructured data. So for under structured data, this is clearly defined and searchable. I can say in an easy way, searchable types of data. Okay, and unstructured data is usually it's not in clearly defined manner. Usually it's stored in it's a native format. Okay, what do you mean by native format? Anyone? Can you
Yes,
just
sir. Like the
Original format.
previous, yes.
yeah
As we have collected the data.
yeah correct. For example, YouTube comment, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes.
searchable data is also easy. It's a very easy to easy to search and analyze the data. While unstructured data, it requires basically it's not very easy to know not very easy to search the things or analyze the things. It requires the more work basically to process the things or to understand the things.
Sir,
Yes.
suppose
And another thing basically which we are discussing, structured data is always in pre defined manner. predefined, or you can say in standard formats. Okay.
Sir, suppose if a data is clearly defined and it is structured, but the data is random, then will we say that that data is structured data?
What do you mean by random? It depends. See, thing is that whether see, it should be in standard format, should be in tabular form, right? See, if you if you accumulate all the points, like whether they are clearly defined or searchable or not, whether they are easy to search or analyze or not, whether they are defined in predefined any defined manner, or they are in standard format or not, right? So by if you add all the things, if you consider all these things at a time, then you will find whether this is the structured data or unstructured data. Let me take one example. Okay, just give me a minute. I will write the things. Maybe that will give you some idea. Let's say I'm saying Ram is a student. Okay, and his roll number is, let's say, 01, and he is from Delhi and is studying in class 12, and his phone number is, let's say, 9328 something. Okay. Same, suppose I'm considering, let's say, uh, Suman is a student. Okay, and her roll number is, let's say, 02, and she is from, let's say, she is from Chennai or some place, and she is currently studying in, let's say, class 10, and her contact number is, let's say, 7928 something like that. Okay. Now, same for, suppose I'm saying you have some another student, let's say Rahul, and Rahul is a student of, let's say, class 11, and his roll number is, okay, something, let's say, 04, and he is from, okay, so you are able to understand whatever I'm writing, right? Just
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
He is
Yes, sir.
from, let's say, Punjab, okay, and his phone number is, let's say, some 8923 something like. Okay, now tell me, at the first glance, this is the structured data or unstructured data?
So
Structured.
unstructured data.
Structured data.
Unstructured
Right.
data, because if you see the definition, okay, suppose I ask, see, if you by the unstructured data, it's usually stored in a native format, right? Suppose suppose you are a typewriter, and I'm giving you some information, you are just typing this all thing information, right? So these all things have been stored in native format, right? Whatever it was in the initial form, right? You haven't not done it in a standard format, correct?
Not in tabular, sir. Yeah.
Correct. Now tell me, it will require more works to process, understand, to understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why it will
Yes,
require
sir.
more work? Suppose I ask, tell me the contact number of Suman, then you have to read the line by line, and then you will reach these things. Suman contact number is 792 or something else, right?
Yes.
It will require some
Yes,
more
sir.
work to analyze the or to search the information. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And it's in variety of formats, right? Variety of format is number is there, some text heavy data is there, right? Now, what's the structured data? Structured data is, suppose I'm saying roll number, name, okay, and what is this?
Yes.
Class,
Class.
okay,
Awesome.
let's say city and phone number, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, so roll number is 1, name is Ram, class is 12,
Well,
city is Delhi,
then
phone number is something 9328, whatever. These are just a dummy things. Roll number 2 is Suman, class is 10,
10.
city is Chennai, phone number is 7928 something, and then roll number is 4, and Rahul is there, class is 11th, and was from Punjab, and phone number was some 8923.
8923
Now,
something.
with the same example, if I ask, tell me the phone number of Suman, then whether it's easy to search this information or it will require more effort.
So it is easy to
Yes, sir.
search.
You can simply tell me, right? Within a second, phone number is this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? So
Yes,
whether
sir.
this is in a standard format,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
correct?
It is in a
So
standard form.
these kind of data set comes under the structured data set. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you got the idea, right? What's the difference between this unstructured and structured data? Correct?
Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
the phone number by itself is structured or unstructured?
See, it's not about only phone number. If you're talking about particular type of phone number, that's the different thing, right? See, phone number is something. It will comes under categorical data. Okay.
It comes in a category.
Okay. If you're talking about whole data set, it will comes under the structured data set. Okay.
So we
Sir,
need some
suppose
context regarding the
it become unstructured.
Sorry.
We
In
need
this example, when it become unstructured,
This example, by this example, I came unstructured to structured. This is the unstructured format. Okay.
Sir, suppose if data
sir,
is
this is
in
unstructured.
tabular form.
This is the structure. Tabular one is the structured data because it's in defined manner, right? It's in standard form. It's not something text heavy data set, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. The two to three key things are there which you have to observe while structured data on structured data. So structured data is basically clearly defined as searchable types of data set. Means you can easily search the thing. I mean, it will not require more work, more effort to understand or more effort to analyze the things, right? While it will require the more effort in unstructured data set. Okay.
Yes.
And it's in standard format, as you can see, right? It's in standard format. I mean, normally we are writing roll number, name, then class, and something like that. It's in predefined manner. In a easy way, you can say it should be in a predefined manner. Okay.
Sir, that
Clear?
means data can be random, but it is in the tabular form.
Yeah, it's not about random, right? So it should be in tabular form. It should be in. Okay.
Sir, as you have mentioned there that some of the students are in class 11th and some of the students are class 12th. But the students are of the random class. But sir, the data is tabular form. That's why we are calling this is the structured data.
Yeah. It's not about random. See, it can be one. Okay, so as per you, then it should be about only one student, right? That's not a case, right? See, thing is that whether I'm able to search the things easily or not. Okay, suppose I ask, tell me the city of Rahul. You can see easily tell me the Punjab, right? He is from Punjab. Yes or no? Right? So
yes, sir.
from this data set, you can easily search the things and you can analyze the things, right? And you can give me the information. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's move to the next part. I think next part is.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
So it is necessary to, if any data are in tabular form, then it may be a structured data. It is necessary.
Necessary means? I mean, can you
Means
repeat
if
your
I
question?
want to, sir, if I want to convert any data into structured form, then it is necessary to make that data in a tabular form.
Yeah,
Or
tabular.
if any data.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, tabular form is you are going to define that data set in any defined manner, right? I mean, tabular form is it. Why we are mentioning in tabular form? Because if you are doing the things in tabular form is you are saying first column is this, second column is this, third column is this, fourth column is this, fifth is this, sixth is this, right? Means
Yes,
you are going to define that data set in a standard form, right? It can be as per it can vary the columns and all as per your requirement of the things, but it's anyway it's in defined manner, right? suppose you are going to take the data set of some bikes or brand of bikes, right? Then
Yes,
first
sir.
column will be company name, right? Then brand name,
Brand name,
then
what
let's say
their mileage,
how many
price.
bikes, yeah, mileage and all, how many bikes of that particular brand has been sold out. So it will depend on the date. I mean, objective of your data set, what kind of
Yes, sir.
data set is there. But if you are doing if you are presenting your data set in a standard format in any predefined manner, right, as per your objective or your study, so that will comes under the structured data. So main thing is that you have to keep in mind this some 2 to 3 points, that's all. Okay.
Okay. So, sir, from that point which you tell, so phone number and email address, sir, which is structured data or unstructured data?
No, see, you are now here you are taking a particular thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm talking about the presentation of the data set.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Sir, we got this question in the activity question. That's
Yes,
why I
sir.
asking.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, no
sir.
problem. If it's an activity question,
Sir,
just try to do on your own. Okay, okay,
Sir,
no
I have
problem.
done, sir, I have
Hmm.
select in
Hmm.
that question.
Hmm.
There is five sub questions: web page, video files, image files, phone number, and email address. We
Hmm.
need to take which is unstructured data. So, from my point of view, all are unstructured data except
Why?
email address, because email address are structured.
Hmm.
But sir, but when I'm taking all the answer, then it only web pages and video files and images are in structured. All both phone numbers and email address are structured data. So I am confusing with this. How phone number is structured data? Because we put any
Uh-huh.
number and we got that number, except if I'm put at first place 0, then I
Hmm.
got next another number. If I am
Hmm.
taking a lot of digits and combining them, then I got a new number. So, sir, how it is structured data?
Okay, okay. So in which activity is this? I will check and
Sir,
will let's say.
activity 1.2. So question number is 5.
Okay, activity 1.2, question number 5. Okay, no problem. I
Yes.
will check. I will check what's the problem. If there is any discrepancy, we'll sort out that. Okay, we'll update accordingly. Okay, don't worry.
sir,
Activity
I have a
Sir,
1.2
I
question,
have
sir.
also the same doubt.
in the
Yes, sir.
same why phone number and this
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that.
Same
So
note, same note for me as well.
so basically, as per my opinion, email ID something like that is saying something. Let's say I'm saying email ID. Let's say my email ID. Let's say xyz@gmail.com. Right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Someone
Yes.
Yes, sir.
had be, let's say it's some dot something. Let's say your ID as iatm.ac.in. Right? Only
Yes,
these
sir.
things are very right. So maybe it will comes under the structured data because it's an standard
Yes,
format,
sir,
right?
because
Whether
email address has a specific domain that it
it's
follows.
specific
Yes,
format,
as
right?
far as I understood, sir, email address
Hmm.
has the domain, the @ and the username. So it's
Sir,
Yeah, basically
structured
it's
may
a
as far
may
as
I
I.
tell something, sir?
yeah.
Sir,
Please go ahead. Yeah, one
I
by
want to
one.
say,
Don't
sir,
make yours. Yeah.
if we are putting all the email address or like all the email address in the column of email address, if we are putting all the phone numbers in the uh, phone number column, that will be a structured data, right?
Yes, that's why we are discussing that in in a standard format in a tabular form. Okay.
Yes,
So here they are talking about a particular whether phone number and email addresses are
that
in a.
is the specific data from the representation, right?
Can you repeat? Yeah, can you repeat your query?
No, sir. I was saying that if we are talking about a specific email, that we are talking about a data from the tabular form or a
No,
structured
see,
data.
here they are talking about in general whether email address is structured or unstructured, right? So as
Yeah.
per my opinion, see, this email ID have a standard form. Standard form is like @gmail.com. Okay, suppose it will be like x@gmail.com, right? It can be right.
Yes.
Y
Mm.
at the rate gmail.com. Yes or no? Z
Yes,
at
sir.
the rate gmail.com. Correct or not? So something
Yes, sir.
like that. Okay. regarding the phone number, I will cross check it again, right? And will will get back to you in the upcoming session. Okay. Phone number, this things I have to check, right? I will check and get back to you. Don't worry. Okay. If
Sir, I
there
have
is any discrepancy, and then I will sort out that. Okay? Don't worry.
sir, sir, can
Yeah.
I ask a question?
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Sir, in the activity, same activity, activity 1.2, there is an
Hmm.
one question, all structured data have units. Sir, it is true or not, sir? If any data are in tabular form, then it is necessary all that have some particular unit.
Okay. So you're talking about activity 1.2, right?
Yes, sir. Question number 6.
Question number
6.
Okay. All structured data have units. Okay. So, what's your thoughts on this?
Uh, so from my point of view, if any data are in tabular form,
Uh-huh.
then it may be a have units. So, sir,
Okay.
if I am
So, it should be
taking
correct or incorrect? It should be incorrect as
sir,
per
it
you.
is incorrect, sir.
Yeah. So, it's not, see,
Only
okay, let's see. Let's see, all structured data have the units. Okay. So, units means, I mean,
means
something,
they
let's say
have
I'm talking about height.
nominal,
So,
ordinal.
yeah, kind of. Or simply, it can be something. See, units means, suppose I'm saying height of a person. Then it can be in feet or centimeter.
Yes, sir.
Weight, it can be kilogram.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that units they are talking about means whether so it's not necessary, right? All kind of structured data should have will be units, right?
Okay, sir. Can you give any one example of this?
Hey, let's say you can say, let's say anything you can say. I think okay. Tell me, what about marks?
Sir, marks is have marks is sir,
Just a
not a
number, right?
unit.
Right?
It's just a number.
Right? Yes. So it's so that kind of thing. Okay. Basically, this is talking about. So it should not be all, right? If it's something, some of the structured data may have unit, then it will be the correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, in the same activity, there is a question that lyric song is a structure or unstructured data. Sir,
So
what is the
question
answer
number
of
1.
this?
I think question number second.
Question
Yeah,
Unstructured
yeah.
data.
number.
Second, sir. Second.
Okay. So lyrics is in structured or unstructured?
Sir, I think
Unstructured.
it is structured, I think.
No.
Structured.
See, lyrics is what? If you see the definition of unstructured, right? So if you have data set of any text heavy data set, right? Okay. I mean, say basically it's a more in qualitative manner. Okay.
Okay. Sir, it
So
is
that,
not in the form of tabular. That's why it is
yeah,
unstructured data.
correct. So that's is not a, this is not in a standard format, right? There is a something you are just writing things, right? See,
Yes,
even
sir,
though
it is
there is
just
a there will be some story or something like that, so that's not our concern. Concern is whether this is in predefined manner, this is that is in a standard format or not. Okay.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
I have a question on this, sir. Can I ask, sir?
Yeah. Go
Sir,
ahead.
if I want to make any lyrics, then suppose I want to make a lyrics in English,
Hmm.
then if I put all the parts of speech like pronoun, adjective, adverb at a correct place, then I got the proper lyric. If I'm not getting putting the parts of speech on correct place, then I'm
Hmm.
not able to get the proper lyrics. So from that this point, lyrics it be a structured data.
See, it's see. I think it's not depends on whether you are putting the parts of speech or you are doing the you are not doing any grammatical error or something else, right?
Yes, sir.
There's some background noise from your side,
No, sir.
Pratik. Yeah. So it's not about grammatical error that parts of speech and all, right? Whether it's in text, main text heavy format or it's in some standard form, right? See, main concern of unstructured data is it should be, see, suppose I'm saying it's all the words have scattered without any structure, without any form, right? If see, if
Yes.
there is something in a data set, if we require or we need to organize that data set in a standard form, then that means that is an unstructured data. Okay. See, lyrics
Okay.
is something, suppose lyrics is something, let's say one page lyrics is there, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it's in scattered manner, right? Scatteredness of the words, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you need to organize that words. Suppose you are going to organize in a standard format, right? So before organizing in standard format, it will comes under the structured data. Okay. So basically, typically text heavy form, right? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Hello? Yes. So actually, how I understood is that for let's say area pin codes, email
Hmm.
IDs, as well as phone numbers, it's
Hmm.
very clear that it is structured, uh, right? Because as many people have also mentioned here that you have a country code, and also
Yes.
for the pin codes, it's the
Zip
same.
code, pin code based on
So
your
if it's like
locality
in
and all.
Austria, so it's always A1 something something. If it's UK, it's another. India has another, and also different places.
Correct. Correct.
Um,
Absolutely.
when it comes to songs, um, I I know that it is unstructured, but then if you really think about it another way, it can also be structured, because how a song is written is that there is an antara, there's a mukra, and sometimes there are like lines which are repeated after every stanzas. So
Okay.
this is
Yeah.
like a dual case. So if you just think of it as a story or something, you might say that it is unstructured. But if someone who are into music, they would always know that you cannot
Correct.
just
Correct. Correct.
randomly throw
They
lines,
correct.
or you
Correct. They
cannot
will be
do that,
like,
right?
yeah. Yeah. I
Similarly,
agree
when
with
you
you.
write a review paper, so there is a structure. You have to write
I
the
agree.
abstract first, then you have to do the introduction methods, and so on and so
Correct.
forth.
Correct. Correct. What's
So
the
this
main
is,
line of the things? What should be the first line? When it should be end, right? In that format. Okay.
yes.
You're talking about.
So I mean, here
So
the it
hmm.
becomes very hazy
Yeah. So
as to how you are
how we are
perceiving.
representing that data set is correct. Basically, if you come to the in mainly data set point of view, right? Okay, I mean
As a
data
data analyst.
yes. So if you have the things in in tabular format, you can simply say, yeah, it's in defined manner, it's in standard format. I will say it's a structured data set. Okay. See, sometimes suppose tell me about what about image files, structured or unstructured?
Unstructured.
Why?
So because image files are the random places, and they, if I am see the pathway or the in which they written, they are
Hmm.
at random places, or they are different pixels. That's why, sir.
Okay, fine. Suppose you have made a one folder. Within that folder, you have made subfolders for this month, and from the east part of the suppose you are no you like to roam around the country and all. Then you have made a subfolders. This part for this month, then this month, then this month. What about this?
Structure.
Structured.
Structure.
So it will
Yes, sir.
Yes,
depend
sir.
on
If
Structured.
we
the
collect the
scenario,
group of
correct?
photos,
Correct.
if we collect the particular group of photos in a particular folder, then it will be a structured collection of
So
data.
basically, our main concern is now you got the idea of how we are going to represent the things, right? So main concern is if we are talking about the totally based on the data, right? Then if it's in a standard form or it's in a tabular form, then I will going to consider it as structured data, or else it's if in text heavy form, I'm not able to easily search the information. It will suppose it requires some more effort, more work to understand the or I mean extract the any
Structure is
information from
relative.
that, then it will come under the unstructured. Okay.
Each
So
structure is relative to that what we are searching for.
sorry, your voice is breaking in
In
between.
that each structured data
Huh?
depends on that what we are searching for. That, for example, if we are searching for something that needs some different kind of searching for phone number, and it is mixed with some image files or image with phone number, then it is unstructured for me. But someone who is asking for image with phone number, then it becomes structured for that person.
Can you write something? Your voice is. I did not get your point clearly.
Sir, I am
Could you
telling that
please?
structured data depends on the person who is asking for that. That means that it do not depend on how data is written, or but it depends how we are asking or wanting that data to be in.
And see, yeah, basically, see, the key thing is whether it's in standard form or not. Okay, so are you getting this meaning of standard format? Adib, yeah, so I had, okay, it's a request to everyone. If you do not have any doubt, so keep mute yourself because we are getting a disturbance from your background. Okay, so that's a request to everyone. Yeah, so key thing is whether we have to observe whether it's in standard form or not, right? Whether I'm able to see, main thing is whether, first of all, whether it's in standard form, it's in predefined manner or not. Okay, whether are you able to extract the information, you are able to search the information easily or not. Okay, so you can see that this example, right? We had discussed the things 10 before. Okay. So just go through it once again, right? And try to see. You can try to rewatch the lecture video again of discussed by the ma'am, or you can do the more search on this and this. Okay, then we can discuss. Okay. So for
Um,
now, let's move to the next topic. Whether it will be fine, right?
so I wanted to ask one more thing.
Yeah.
Is tablet data always structured data?
Data always tabular data. Yeah. See, when you will make your data set in tabular form.
When we have structured data available.
Correct, right?
Okay.
Okay. See, if you are see the same line I'm repeating again and again. If you are able to extract the information, if you are able to search the information easily, then it will come under the structured data. Give me a.
So, sir, am I audible?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so it is on basis of the representation, right? For the example of lyrics, if we just see it in terms of English sentences, so it would be unstructured. But if we see it in terms of frequency, would it be structured?
Frequency means what?
I
Frequency
mean,
of words.
frequency of words in the background music overall.
Like chorus.
I mean the beats, background beats, and the frequencies of the voices.
That's I think then we have some different scenario, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I have to just clarify. I'm just it is a numerical type then, if it comes in the frequency then.
I think we can. So as per you, you are saying, let's say I'm going to repeat a line, then there is some music. If I'm going to repeat some after 3 lines, the same line, then there will be same music, right?
Yeah, but in terms of frequency.
In terms of frequency, right? Let's say after 3 lines or after something like that, it's a repeating. That's the your concern, right?
Yes, but we have rhythm, right, in terms of frequency, if we just use numbers properly.
I think structured. I need to check then. I think for this.
Because when I just face this question, I just take it like it is in sentences, so it is unstructured for me.
No, that's the unstructured. Because we are talking about text heavy data set, right? For these things, I think you can say it's as a.
Yes.
I will overthink on this. Okay, don't worry.
Overthink.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
I mean, do we have a non-repeating music? We would have it, right?
Then it's okay. So I think it's a depends on the scenario how we are going to see the things, right? Because if you see that images, files,
So,
and all, right?
so that's what I'm saying. The way we watch it, the representation of we think
Correct,
it
correct,
is,
correct. It will depend on that.
determines the type of data is it.
Correct, correct. See, one thing we cannot say anything in general at all. Suppose you
Yeah.
have,
Okay.
for this case also, the same information, right? If you see the same information is given in both way, right? Unstructured form and structured form, right? The how we are representing it depends on the at the final stage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I will think on that. Okay,
I got it.
Sir,
okay, yeah,
sir, I have a question, sir.
yeah.
Sir, what is the exact difference between cases and observations?
Yeah, cases and observations are the same. Okay, I'm just going to explain these things. Okay, cases and observation. Variables and cases. Okay, now, so basically, cases or observations is nothing but basically. So, and one thing is, it's the unit from which our data is collected. Okay, I will explain what the meaning. It's a unit from which data are collected. Okay, and basically row represents the cases.
Yeah.
Okay, and one thing is variable. So by the name, if you see variable means the things which are varying, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and one more thing, column represents the variable. Column represents the variable. One more thing, let me clarify you. Cases should be unique. What do you mean by unique? I will tell you. Okay, don't worry. Now, suppose I have data set of, let's say, name, okay, some marks, let's say class, and let's say city. For example, these are the data. Let's suppose this is the RAM. Let's say 89. Class is 12. It is Delhi. And let's say Sunil is there. 78. 10. Chennai. And then say suppose Suman. 89. 12. Punjab. And another student, let's say Rohit. Okay. Suppose 72. 10. Any other city, let's say some uh, anything, let's say Lucknow. Okay. Now, so if you see here carefully, so what are the rows? These are the rows, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if you see by the definition, cases or observation is something, it's a unit from which data is collected. So for Ram, right? Data is
Yes, sir.
collected, right? His
Yeah.
marks is 89, he's in class 12th and he's from Delhi. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, for Sunil, marks is this, class is this, he's from Chennai. Same for Suman, right? Marks is this. So for this
Yeah.
unit, so for this case here, Rohit is a case, Suman is a case, Sunil is a case, Ram is a case, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you see, and it's a, all names are unique, right? In this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. While because suppose I am asked, tell me the class of Ram, right? You can simply tell me by observing this row, you will simply tell me he's in class 12. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, row represents the cases. Ram is a case. Okay. Sunil is a case. Suman is a case. Rohit is a case. Okay. And if you see, all names are unique, right? And what is the variables? Variables, see, column names are variables. See, if you see name is a variable. Marks
Yes, sir.
is a variable. Class is a variable. City is a variable. Because if you see under the mark, things are vary, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Under the class, things are vary. Yes or no? Same for city. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So these are called the variables. Now, some rough idea is okay. I will tell you what is the meaning of unique. Now, so far so good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, suppose there is another Sunil. Okay. His marks is let's say 70 and his class from he's in class 12 and he's from let's say any city Kanpur. Something like that. Now, tell me, suppose I ask, tell me the marks of Sunil. So will you able to be clear for which Sunil I'm talking about,
No, sir.
No, sir.
right? So you don't know whether I'm talking about this Sunil or this Sunil, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So here, if you see, Sunil is not unique, right? It's repeating the things, right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
So cases should be unique. So for this case, what you will be having, suppose there is a column of roll number. Okay. So for Ram, suppose roll number is 01. Yeah, once again, 02, 03, 04, 05. Now, suppose I ask, tell me the class of students whose roll number is 5. Then you can simply tell me he's in class 12
Yes, sir.
because because if you see roll numbers are unique, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here 01 is a case, 02 is a case, 03 is a case, 04 is a case, 05 is a case. Because cases should be unique and row represents the cases, first of all. Second things, it is a unit for which your data is collected. Means for roll number 1, your data is collected. Means for roll number 1, what is the name of the student? What is the marks? In which class he or she is studying? And city. Same for roll number 3, name, marks, class, city. For roll number 5, name, marks, class, city. Right? So, is a rough idea is okay? So far, so good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Sir, one doubt.
yeah, please, go ahead.
Sir, so in cases there rows are repeating, but so we can call it as case or not?
No, cases should be unique. There will be sub column or something where cases should be unique. See, initially I took the one example where names were unique, but if suppose there is something where names are not unique for this example, okay, then if there is a college or a school or anything, then there, I mean, for sure there will be roll numbers, right? So roll numbers are unique, right?
So, sir, if
Hmm.
anything is repeating, then that particular thing we have to create some different variable or
And
some
not
different.
create, it will be given to you first of all. Second thing, be I mean, try to understand it's a unit from which your data are collected. Means, okay, can you tell me for Punjab these all data are collected or for roll number 3 data are collected?
Roll
For roll
three.
number
Roll
three.
number 3.
Roll number
Right?
3. Yes.
For class, okay, tell me for class 12th your data has been collected. For class 12th, Sunil is there, I mean 70 is there, 05 is there, Kanpur is there, or for roll number 5, these all data has been collected.
Sir, roll number
Roll
5.
number
Roll
5.
number 5.
Right? So if you see the definition, it's a unit from which your data are collected and row represents the cases and cases should be the unique. That's all. So if you
Oh,
see for roll number 1
Sir,
data
I
has been
have a doubt
collected.
here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to ask, in place of roll number, if
Hmm.
we write here serial number, then,
Okay.
for example, it's in activity 1.2, question number 8.
Hmm.
So, their names are unique also,
Hmm.
and besides, there is a serial number.
Hmm.
So, if there is a serial number that is also unique, and the names are also unique, then
No, don't. Okay,
what?
see. First of all, serial number is just you can say it's a kind of index, right? Okay, so for
Yes.
serial number 6, Sakshi is not collected, right? Are you getting my point? So case is a unit from which your data
Okay.
is collected. Suppose you are not going to give any serial number, even though Sakshi will be at the place 6, right?
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
serial number, if you see, this is just for indexing the things, right? You are giving the things,
Okay.
right? Okay. So your roll
Okay, so
number
that
give.
so in that okay, so in that case, when serial number is present beside name, we will consider name as the case.
Yes, yes. Because suppose I did not give you the serial number, even though Sakshi will come at the place 6, right? Got it?
Okay, yes, sir.
Got it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, so I think
Yes, sir. Thank you.
next topic is, if I'm not wrong, it's a numerical and categorical data, right?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I just want to repeat this one. So, as I understood, if
Mm-hmm.
there is no roll number and we have
Mm-hmm.
unique names, then
Mm-hmm.
the name is the case.
Mm.
If there is a roll number as well as unique names, we will
Then roll number
say
is there. Correct.
then also we give preference to roll number. And
Yes.
if there is serial number and name, then name is the case.
Correct. Because see, roll number is something for this roll. Say roll number will be unique, right? Roll number can't repeat for us for the students, right? Yes or
Yes.
no? Roll number will be
Yes.
unique. So it will be, see, the one statement you have to keep in the mind, this unit from which data are collected. Suppose I have presented this data set in front of you. So you can simply say for roll number 4, data has been collected, right? For roll number 4, name of the student is Rohit, marks is 72, class is 10th, and city is Lucknow, right?
Mhm.
Are you getting?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
so cases are individual units.
Yes. Yes. You
So,
can't say if, yeah.
so if we take the whole row, so would we call it a unit, a whole unit case?
No, no. It's not a see. 0, 1 is the case.
Yeah.
Okay. Whole row is not a case. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. How do I put it? Wait.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, for like for roll number 5, there is a name, there is the marks, and there is the city. So for each case, we have the variables, right? That is how we
Okay.
will describe this.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm asking. Like, you said name, marks, class, like the headings are the variables. So
Variables. Yes.
yes. So in case, if I say roll number, give me the data of roll number 2. So we are providing the variables for roll number 2.
You are giving the, see, it's not giving, you are not giving the, see, you are just giving the observations of that particular row, right? For roll number 2, name is this, marks is 78, class is 10, city is Chennai. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you are
So
giving all the
every
information for a particular.
so every
Yeah.
row would at least have one case, right?
For every row, at least one case.
One unique case.
One unique case. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. One thin line. I think Bhargav, right? Not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. So it's you can see it's a unit from which your data are collected. So that is something we have to take care. Miss, if you see for roll number 1, we have collected the data, right? If you see by intuition, for roll number 1, I have collected the student name, right?
Yeah.
I have collected the marks of roll number 1.
Yes.
His or her class, and then city, right?
Yeah.
Got it? Same for roll
Okay.
number 2, I have collected the student name. I have the marks of the roll number 2. I have the class of the roll number 3 student, and same from city. Correct? Same for.
So which is not the things which are not unique are variables.
No. You can't say variables. You can say, I mean, variables by to understand the things. But if you say which are the variables, so name are the variables, marks are the variables, right?
Variables can have say
Vary.
repeat, right?
Yeah, but see variables. See. I think let me clarify. See, column represents the variables. We see if you say, I will say name is the variable, because if you see under the name, right? Under the column, let me use some different color.
So whatever we are writing under name is the data.
Yes, it's just a one observation, right?
Okay.
So if you see this name, this column, this red column, right? So this name is the variable. Under name variable name, these things are varying. Under the variable name marks, these marks are there. under the variable name class.
Okay.
Okay. These things are varying. Are you getting? And city is there. Basically, cases is something row represents the cases. Okay. So suppose I'm saying this 05. So this row represents the cases.
Okay.
Okay. Got
Okay,
it?
sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Fine.
Sir,
So
in question in activity 1.2, there is a question, sir, in which uh, question number 8, sir, name is an observation, I think.
name is an
Sir, in
see,
question
see,
number
see, see.
8.
That's the same thing I had discussed just a few seconds. Name
This
is
is a
talk about
variable.
name. Name is a variable. Name is not an observation. If
Name
you
is
see
variable.
Ria is an observation, that's okay, right?
Okay, each
Yeah.
students are as observation and the name is
Correct.
as
That's the
variable.
same thing I discussed, right? Column represents the this
Okay, okay,
name is a variable things, right?
Got it, sir.
okay, sir.
Yeah. So let's move to the this. See, generally we have two kinds of data set. First is categorical, second is numerical. I think it's in lecture 1.4, right? How many of you covered the till lecture 1.4? You can raise your
Yes,
hand. I
sir.
will be having some idea.
Yes,
Sir,
sir, I've
One,
I have,
covered.
sir, I have also covered.
okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Okay, so I think maximum of you have covered the. Okay, no problem. I will explain so that you will be having some idea. Okay, so normally data set have two kind of data set, categorical and numerical. What do you mean by categorical and numerical? Basically, categorical data are in qualitative in nature. Okay.
Yes, and can be grouped into categories.
Yeah. Numerical is quantitative in nature. Okay. So qualitative means, and one key thing we have to observe, we cannot perform
Mathematical operations.
any meaningful mathematical operation on it or on the categorical data. While in numerical data, we can perform, opposite of these things. Okay. Means I can perform the meaningful mathematical operation. Right? Now,
Yes, sir.
what do you
Yes.
mean by I cannot perform meaningful mathematical operation and all? So let's say I'm saying, see, categorical data doesn't mean it will be always in qualitative. It will not be in numbers. It can be in numbers, but there will not be the meaning of the number. For example, let's say I'm saying
For
gender.
example, sir.
Okay, gender, female and male. So is this numerical data or categorical data?
Categorical.
Categorical.
data.
This is the
Categorical.
categorical data, right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose
Categorical
I'm
data.
saying, okay, suppose I'm saying I'm going to code female as 0, male as 1. Okay, and I'm saying I have these two category. Now, whether this will be categorical or numerical?
Categorical.
Categorical.
Sir,
Categorical, it's in number.
categorical data.
It's in number.
It represented as numbers.
It's in number. Why it's categorical then?
So because
Coded-
even if
coded
we would
as
have
Yeah,
we
yeah,
cannot
go
have
ahead.
a meaningful
Because the
mathematical
numbers are
operation
data.
with 0 and 1.
Correct. See, we cannot perform
Female
any
can
meaningful
also be
mathematical
coded
operation.
as well.
Okay, for example, what do you mean by meaningful mathematical operation? Suppose I'm saying, can I say 0 plus 1 equal to 1 here? Does this
No, sir.
mean
No, sir.
No,
there will
No,
be
sir.
any
sir, it
meaning,
not
right?
No
mean.
We
meanings.
can't say that. Even though you can code female as 1, male as 2, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Female as 5, male as 1, something
Yes.
like that. It will
Yes,
depend
sir.
on our own choice, right? But I cannot perform
Yes.
any meaningful mathematical operation, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Another example, let's say I'm saying, let's say jersey number of the player. Okay. So jersey number is 07, let's say 0, some 8 or 11, something like that. Okay. 13, for example. Can I perform meaningful? Okay. This is categorical and numerical.
Categorical.
Sir, numerical.
Why numerical?
Categorical.
Yeah,
So
those
because we
those
not
numerical.
perform any meaningful operation of that.
Yeah, one second. Someone told the numerical. Let him explain. Because if he has doubt, it will be clear. Okay, yeah, please go ahead. Why do you think it's numerical? Don't worry. Just There will be some thought in your mind, right?
Sir,
Yeah, go.
because it's a number, unique number.
Okay. So one thing I told in the definition during the definition of categorical data, we cannot perform any meaningful mathematical operation. For the previous one, okay, tell me if you are writing 0 plus 1 equal to 1, is there any meaning?
No, sir.
No? Okay, tell me, suppose this is 07 is for, I think, it's a Dhoni, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. 08, I'm forgetting. For suppose this is player A, this is for player B, this is for player C. Okay. So
Yes,
these are
sir.
just a jersey number for them. You can't say player jersey number 08. I mean, this player is greater than this player. Can you say?
No,
No,
sir.
No,
yes.
sir.
No, sir.
We can't say, right? There is not any meaningful mathematical operation. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
For example, okay, tell me about phone number.
Phone numbers are also
Yeah.
categorical.
Categorical.
Yes,
Categorical.
category.
It's a categorical, right?
Yes,
It's
sir.
not a
Yes,
Yes,
numerical.
sir.
Even though it's a number, we can't perform any meaningful mathematical. Means suppose you can't say your phone number is greater than mine phone number.
Mindful number.
Is there any sense?
So we
No,
No,
can
right?
sir.
No,
You
sir.
can't say
No, sir.
addition of
numerical.
mine phone number and your phone number is equal to someone else's phone numbers, right?
So we can
Yes.
say that Aadhaar card is also
But
categorical.
Yes.
Okay. So what about
sir,
other? Yes.
what about marks?
Marks is different thing. Marks is something we can compare, right? Okay.
That can be
Aadhaar card number is
Categorical.
also categorical
Categorical.
data, right?
Categorical data.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about
Yes,
pin
sir.
code number?
Categorical.
Sir, it is
Categorical.
also categorical.
Categorical.
Sir,
Okay.
date of birth.
categorical.
Yeah.
Categorical.
So thing is that you have to observe whether you are able to perform meaningful mathematical operation on that or not.
Mm.
Okay, it will depend. Okay.
Sir,
Now
in
let's
date
say
of birth, we can compare the date. I mean, which one has the first birthday and which one has the.
No, but we
okay.
can't say like that, na, that
Okay,
your
can you say okay, okay,
is
suppose
greater than me.
okay, 1 second. Suppose your birthday is on 2nd January. Okay. Someone's birthday is on 3rd January. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So can you compare? Third is much better than second.
Sir, numerically we cannot
Mm.
compare, but
Huh?
as a day we can say that the birthday of that person is different day and this person is different.
Okay. Suppose your birthday is on Sunday. Okay. Someone
Okay.
else's birthday is on Monday.
Mm.
Can you say Monday is better than Sunday?
No,
No.
sir.
No, sir.
No, we
Can
can
you
say he is one day before or
that
one
is
day after.
different thing. If you are going with the age, you can simply say your age is less than mine, something like that. Okay, that's a different thing. So key thing what I'm trying to explain here, whether are you able to perform the meaningful mathematical operation on that or not. What about let's say phone brand,
Sir,
Phone brand.
categorical.
Okay, sir,
Apple,
that like
Samsung,
Sir,
MI,
categorical.
brand of the laptops.
It's in
It is
categorical.
also
Categorical.
categorical.
Okay. Let's say which one? Okay. Let's say in a shop there are something items, sugar and some let's say anything, sugar, rice are there. So sugar, rice, these are categorical or numerical.
Categorical.
Sir,
Categorical
categorical.
data.
Let's say I'm saying amount of sugar.
Numerical.
Numerical.
Sir,
Numerical.
It's in
numerical.
Right?
numerical.
I can perform the meaningful mathematical operation on that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Sir,
numerical
we can
data.
also perform on the price of like sugar price is also numerical data.
Yes, yes, correct. You can simply say sugar price is higher than the rice price, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Simple
Sir, birth
numerical.
year.
But here, if you're talking about in terms of age, then it will be numerical. I don't think about if you're talking about 2001, then you can't say like 2001 is better than 2002.
Yes,
No,
sir.
2000. Okay. So
Okay.
date of birth and birth year also we will consider categorical. Because if I
Yes.
see 2001 and 2002, then I would say, okay, this person is older
Basically,
or
okay,
younger.
suppose for person A, date of birth is 1st January, let's say 2001. Okay. For person B, 2nd
Yes.
January 2002. So this is just a kind of label for this person, right?
Mm.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir. The comparison is of age, sir, not of.
Comparison of age, correct? The kind of label, I mean, the same for the, let's say, for player A, jersey number is 8. For player B, jersey number is 11. For player A, let's say date of birth is this, date of birth is this, right?
Yes, sir. That's true.
Okay.
Yes.
If you're talking in terms of age, or let's say in terms of player itself, if you're talking about about runs, right? How much runs he or she scored, right?
Yes, sir.
Then it will be numerical data, right?
Yes,
So
sir,
basically,
because we can find.
correct, correct.
Yes,
So
yes.
numerical data is something. It's a quantitative in nature, and it will be having some measurement unit, and I can perform meaningful mathematical operation. Okay, that is something. So far so good.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
tell
Yes,
me,
sir.
suppose I'm saying, let's say, number of students in class 9 and 10. Whether it's the discrete or numerical.
Sir, it is a
I mean,
numerical.
Discrete.
numerical or categorical. I'll
Discrete.
come to the discrete one,
Numerical.
right?
Sir, numerical.
Numerical.
Yeah, clear this thing?
Discrete. It is discrete, not
Yes, sir.
continuous.
Yeah, it's a discrete. I will come to this one. Okay. Okay. So
Yes.
yeah, just give me a minute. I will be back in 1 minute. Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, you
Okay,
are
Yes.
Yes,
audible.
great.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in the numerical data set, there is two more things, called the discrete and continuous. I think discrete and continuous has been covered in week 1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's discuss that. Okay. So see, under the part data section, we had categorical, right? And
Yes, sir.
numerical,
Numerical.
right? Within the numerical, we have two more things
Discrete and continuous.
called the discrete, and another one is the
Continuous.
continuous. Fine. Now, okay, so there are two different things. So let me describe with some example, and you will be having some idea. So discrete data is something, it's a countable, means I can count, and it takes distinct value, okay, on real line. If I will talk about real line, okay, it's a countable thing, first of all. For example, suppose I'm saying number of people in a house. So I can count one people, two people, three people, five people. Yeah, anything
Yes,
else?
sir.
Yes, sir.
And it will take a
Yes, sir.
distinct value on real number line, right? I mean, suppose one people, two people, three people, four people, something like that, right? So it
Yes,
will
sir.
take distinct value. If you see one means one, two means two, three means three. It can't take, can it takes any value between any value between this 2 and 3,
No.
4 and 5,
No, sir.
right? Right. So it is taking distinct value on real number line, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it's a countable.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's say let's say I'm saying number of accident on a particular intersection of the road, then
Sir, it is also
discrete, right? Zero
distinct.
accident,
Yes,
one
sir.
accident, and
Yes,
two
sir.
accident, right? Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
I think discrete is very clear. Let's move to the continuous part. Okay. So by the name itself, you see, continuous means it's a continuity is there, right? There is not a break. If you see here, it's a break, right? From 1 to 2, 2 to 3. It's a break or not? Correct? It's
Yes.
continuous. One thing is it's a not a countable. First of all, you can't count. You have to measure the things. The key difference between discrete and continuous measurement is there. Okay, and it can take any value between interval. Okay. Now, what do you mean by measurement? I can't count. For example, suppose I'm saying weight of persons in a house. Okay. So first of all, can you tell me whether weight you have to count or you have to measure?
Sir,
Measures.
measure,
We
measure.
Right?
have measure
Measure.
You have to measure, right? Weight is some 63 kilogram, right? 56 kilogram, etc. Right? It can
Yes,
be
sir.
43.5 kilogram also. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Correct. Now, tell me height of a person, whether you have to count or you have to measure,
Sir,
Measure.
measure.
The measure. So
right?
we
You have to measure
measure.
in feet or centimeter, whatever, it will depend. But you have to measure, right? Measurement is involved there, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
it
sir.
can take any value between intervals. Suppose there is a, let's say, height of 5 feet and 6 feet, right? So it can take any value between these two intervals. But in case of discrete, it on a real number line, it will take the distinct value. It can't take any value between the interval, right? Fine.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
for the particular person, if the weight is 63 kg, then the value will be discrete.
Value is the discrete, but weight of a person is not a discrete thing. Because see, if you see the definition of concept of continuous, it's a not a counting. You can't count. You have to measure the things. Okay. So weight is
Yes, sir.
something you have to measure. See, 63, how did you get? You had measured the weight, right?
Yes, sir.
Even though it's in integer, don't go with the integer or decimal. See the concept of whether you are able to count or you are going to measure. And along with this, whether these things, I mean, whether it's taking distinct value on real number line or whether it's taking, I mean, it can take any value between intervals, right? Let me take
Yes.
another example. Suppose I'm saying speed of a vehicle. Tell me what about this? I'm saying suppose speed of a vehicle. Let's say it's I'm saying 50 kilometer per hour, 40 kilometer per hour, something like that. Whether it's a discrete or continuous.
Sir, continuous.
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 Continuous, sir.
Why? See, 50 and 40 are
Because
in.
Because see, we measure.
because we have to measure.
It's measured by speedometer.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
measure speedometer and measured in speed kilometer per hour, right? Okay, let me take another
So,
example.
rating of the apps will also be continuous, no?
Rating of apps, I think if it's in like
Average
that,
rating.
average rating is continuous. Okay.
Oh.
Sir,
Okay.
I have
Suppose
a
I'm
question, sir,
saying,
from
yeah,
practice.
go.
Sir, I have a question from activity assignment 1.2 on this topic. Sir, can I ask?
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, so activity 1.2, question number 3.
Okay. Yeah. What is
Activity
your doubt?
1.2. So next, sorry, practice assignment 1.2. Sorry, sir. Practice assignment 1.2.
Okay. What is your doubt?
So my doubt is there is an it asked a question. The rating of an app is a categorical or discrete numerical variable or continuous numerical variable. So the rating of app we can't be able to count. So the answer is continuous. But the correct answer is discrete numerical variable. So sir, I
Why
am
you
confusing.
why you can't count?
It's written then.
It's a written there.
Rating
It's a
given by
clearly
each
rating.
user to app.
If you see, it's a rating given by app is integer from 1 to 5. Right? That means it is talking about ratings are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all.
Yes, sir. We are not measuring the rating.
Something we are clearly defined,
In
clearly
between.
written in the question. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me give you one
Okay, sir.
example.
I
You
understand.
people will tell
Thank
me
you,
whether
sir.
it's a discrete or continuous. Yeah. Thanks. Suppose I'm saying number of attempts, okay, taken by a student to clear an exam. Okay. Second is time taken by a student to complete an exam. Tell me which one is the discrete and which one is the continuous and why?
So first one is continuous because the number of attempts we count because a person give attempt 3 time, 4 time. But the time taken by a student we can measure. Suppose there is a
So
time
first one is
3
why continuous if you are able to count?
Sir, first one is
First one is
discrete.
discrete.
So sorry, sir.
Second one is
Discrete, sir.
continuous.
Right? It's a discrete, right? You can simply
Discrete, sir.
say number of attempts is
times.
attempt can be one attempt, right? He is able
Yes.
to he or she is able to clear the exam in 2 attempts or 3 attempts, something like that. I can count, right? And what about second?
The third one is continuous.
Continuous, sir.
It can
Why
be measured
Continuous.
continuous.
It can be
Yes, sir.
continuous and suppose exam is of 3 hours, for example. Then
Yes.
that particular student can take any time from 1 hour to 3 hours, right? Between,
Yeah.
right? It can take
Yes,
any
sir.
value from 1 to 3, right?
Yes, sir. We
Yes,
can
sir.
measure
Yes, sir.
this.
Right? And we have to measure also, right?
Sir.
Is this
Yes.
clear? Rough
Yes,
idea?
sir. It's clear.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So can you, it's about to 8. Let me discuss one topic. After that, we'll wind up. Okay. So I think one good topic is there time series and cross-sectional data, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's discuss this and scale of measurement we can discuss in the upcoming session. Okay. Will that be all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Fine.
Sir.
So I mean, meanwhile you can watch the lectures video and we can discuss it, or else we have TA sessions and all. You can ask there also.
Sir, after
Yeah.
this part, I want to ask a question.
No problem. No problem. We can discuss. Okay.
I know.
Okay. So time series by the name itself, if you see time series and cross-sectional data, there is one difference. In time series, our data recorded over the time. Okay.
Yes,
On
sir.
different time. And cross-sectional data,
Recorded
data
time.
observed
Recorded
at the
at a
same time.
time.
Same time.
At the same time, yeah.
Time.
So what is the meaning of different time, over time, and same time? Let me give you one example. Suppose I'm going to record the temperature, okay, of Delhi throughout the let's say of a particular week. Okay, let's say Sunday, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday up to Saturday. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And let's say on Sunday it's X degree Celsius, then Y degree Celsius up to let's say some K degree Celsius. So if you see here, time is varying, right? See, time doesn't means here in time series data, time doesn't means only about hours or minutes. It can be day, it can be year, it can be month, right? So it will vary depend on the scenario. Suppose number of bacteria increasing in a minute or in an hour, right? So here that particular hour will be bacteria. I mean there is an increment in number of bacteria within that particular hour, right? So for bacteria, you can see the seconds, you can observe the minutes and or something like that, right? So it will depend on the objective or scenario. So your time is here, we are talking about, you see, on Sunday, here time is varying, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Okay. Let's say for this is the time series data. What about cross section? Suppose on a particular day or on the same time, Sunday, you have collected the data throughout the different city. Let's say for Chennai, for Delhi, for like let's say Kanpur, for Lucknow. Okay. So if you see here, time is the same, right? But
Yes.
places are the different, right? Yes or no? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For
Yes, sir.
example, time series, another example, let's say there is company X and you want to see the, revenue generated or sales distribution in 2010 to 2015, right? Then if you see here, time is varying, right? Suppose
Yes.
there is A percentage, B percent sales distribution and up to E percentage, something like that, or F percent, right? So if you see time is varying, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
For
sir.
example, suppose in the different scenario, I'm saying in 2010, I want to see the sales distribution, let's say in some five companies, X company, Y company, Z company, W company, right? So here if you see time is the same, but things are varying, right?
Yes, sir.
But in the previous example, time is varying and company or places is the same, right?
Yes, sir.
Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, those then I mean that's all from my end for
Sir,
today. Okay, rest of the things
Sir,
we
I
can
have some
discuss
doubts.
in the upcoming session. Okay, so regarding doubts, we can take the doubts for some time. After that, we'll find the discussion. Okay. So okay. Meanwhile, the topics which we have discussed till now, is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then that next topic is, I think, is scales of measurement, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So before that,
Yes,
you
sir.
can watch the lecture video and we can discuss in the upcoming session. Okay, will that be
Sir,
all
is
right?
it necessary to watch the lecture videos? If I will watch the live lectures, then it will be not sufficient.
Yeah, it's a fine. Okay, it's a fine. Suppose live lecture is basically for doubts actually. Okay.
Yes.
See, this is
Yes,
the
sir.
very first week, and you had time. Suppose you are not, we are not getting time to describe the thing. I mean, to give the summary of the whole concept, right? So, if you are see, if you suppose you have watched the video, right, and you are coming to the live session or something like that, then you will be getting the more idea,
Yes,
whatever
sir. I
the
have
things.
already. Yes, sir. I have already watched the video, but the same concept is discussing in the live session. That's why I'm asking this question.
Basically, live session we have planned for doubt session. So today we had just I have just given the summary of the concept. From the next onwards, we will take the doubts actually. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
I
Yes.
think
Yes, sir.
Bhargav had some doubts. Yes,
Yeah,
Bhargav.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Please.
So, activity 1 point question 4.
Uh, okay. Before that, if you want, then I can explain the scales of measurement in some 10 to 15 minutes. Will that be fine?
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
fine.
sir.
No,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Please,
Yes,
in
sir.
next session. No, sir. No, sir. In next session.
Is there any session from 8 p.m.?
No,
No,
sir.
sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so I
Actually,
will take
not today, but
Bhargav's doubt first, and after that I will let me give the scales of measurement, and then we'll wind. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, Bhargav. Activity 1.1. You are talking.
Question 4. It's not about the answer of the question particularly, but I just want to get an idea. So
Okay,
the
yeah.
question 4, yeah.
Hmm.
So I know it is inferential, but just if I want to know that it has it has collected a good sample data, and how do I know it?
Then actually this question is, I mean, then it should be given the clear in a clear manner, right? How they are collecting
Uh,
that users and all basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That right?
that information it's not mentioned here. It's just mentioned between, I think, 2 lakhs and 4 lakhs they are expected, right? So this is
Okay.
just a inference. They have not mentioned how they are going to collect the information about users and all, actually.
Okay.
Okay. So that should be mentioned. If we are going to talk about, we are going to but talk about particularly whether that a representative, good representative or not, then things should be clearly mentioned. Like, see, here from Facebook is going to take the data, right? So
Yeah.
suppose that users, it should be, then suppose you should mention like those users are randomly from different scenario or different regions or something like that. Okay. Then
Okay.
see, my main point is uh, those points, those lines or those statements will be given to you if question is about whether it's a good representative or not.
Okay. So let's take we have a good collected sample.
Correct. Correct.
So let's say okay, if we have good collected sample data, it will always be an approximation of the description, right? Or it would be same.
No,
The
Can
closest
you
you can
repeat?
get to is approximation, right?
Approximation is what you
I mean, see, if we describe the data, we get exactly what we want. We
Correct.
know that this is the same, this is the exact thing happening.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but with sample data, if we collect the data in a good way, would we get an approximation, right? We will get an
Yes, yes,
approximation of idea.
it's not, yeah. If you, yeah, correct. That's why suppose I took that example, 100 people, you might stand in the front of mall
So
and you are taking the opinions of people, whether they like the shopping.
a good sample data would give us the closest approximation.
Closest approximate. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. Okay.
Okay,
For
okay.
example,
Okay.
that I took that example. Suppose you might stand in front of a mall, okay, and you want to know the whether the opinion of people, whether they like the shopping or not, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, suppose what you have done. Just listen me carefully. Suppose you ask the opinion with 100 randomly, 100 random persons, okay? You
Okay.
don't know that person, you just simply ask, right?
Okay.
And based on that opinion, suppose let's say 60 people say yes and 40% say no, okay?
Yes.
Then you made the conclusion 60% of the people of that particular city likes the shopping in that particular mall, right? This is the
Yeah.
inference yet so far.
Yeah.
Now this will be somewhat good. It's approximate. This is a good representative, good sample, because you just ask some random people you don't at that place. Okay.
Okay.
At that place, suppose you wanted to show the likes or dislikes of that likes and dislikes of the shopping that particular mall. Suppose you know that 100% people, okay, and you influence somehow, or suppose those 100 are your friends, okay,
Okay.
or out of those 100, suppose there are some 60 or 70 people from your side and who are about to say no only or yes only, something like that, anything, right?
Okay.
Then what's, and 30 are only random. Then you have decided, let's say 70% did not like the shopping in that particular mall. Then this is not a good sample, right?
Okay.
This is something biased sampling, right?
I mean,
Are you,
what you call random, anything cannot be random, right? If you think
yeah.
of it like this.
Sorry.
I'm telling that random is very difficult, right? You can't just random. I mean, the random word is very difficult to understand.
Okay,
You can't.
random means suppose you are in front of the mall, okay? There are
Yeah.
lots of people are coming. You can randomly select. There is no point of selecting that people.
So random sample data can also be bad, right?
Bad means?
I mean, not a good representation of the
Yes,
overall population.
it can be. Suppose, okay, suppose that those, okay, suppose in previously this 60%, 60 people give the honest review as yes, okay. Maybe these 60 people just manipulate the answer and they say no. Then your result will automatically change, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it depends. See, that's why we are trying to remove the errors in our study and all.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
something. That's why error is there. So not 100% accuracy is there.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Sir, can we
Thanks.
leave the class?
Yeah, if you want, you can leave.
Sir,
if
I
you
have
Sir,
want,
will you be discuss the cross-sectional data?
cross-sectional time series I had discussed.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, sir. What you're going to discuss?
Nominal
I-
scale of measurement. If you want, I can discuss in today's class or in upcoming class also.
Discuss to discuss.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. In activity
So
one.
can you please first discuss scales of measurement? After that, you can take the
Okay,
doubts.
fine,
Because
fine.
we have
Let
to
me,
go.
yeah, because it's already 8. Let me discuss. I will just go through quickly. Okay. We'll discuss in detail it later. Okay. So there
Okay,
is
sir.
something
Yes,
called
sir.
scales of measurement.
Scales
Okay.
of measurement.
Okay. So what is that? In scale, okay, in scales of measurement, we have 4 kind of scale of measurement. First one is
Nominal.
nominal. Second one is ordinal. Third one is interval. And fourth one is the ratio scale of measurement. Fine. So now one key thing you can keep in your mind. See, we had discussed just a few minutes before under numerical data, discrete data, and continuous data. Yes or no? Right?
Yes, sir.
So nominal and ordinal scales is measure of measurement is useful for the categorical data only. And interval and ratio is for numerical data. So suppose any question is there, right? And you have been asked what kind of which scales of measurement is appropriate for that data. So first and foremost thing, what you can see, just see whether that data is categorical and numerical.
Yes.
If you find whether it's a categorical, that means you do not have to bother about whether it should be interval or ratio. You have to just think whether it will be nominal or ordinal. Same, just identify whether it's a numerical data or not. If it's numerical, then you have to think whether it's a interval or
Interval and
ratio. So far, so good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Let's come to the nominal scale of measurement. Okay. So nominal scale of measurement is nothing, but since I told you it's a categorical data, so it's basically in this nominal scale of measurement, we are just doing the we can do the labeling of the things. I mean, if I will say in simple layman term, so there is no ordering. Okay. There is no ordering in the data, and nominal means it's a name categories. No, see, if you see, I just told you, I mean, no order means without employing any order.
Any order.
For example, it's for categorical data, right? Let's say gender, right? So gender, under gender, female, male is there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So can you order female, male? Right? Can you say female is greater than male?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. If you code female as 1, male as 0, even though can you say 1 is greater than 0 here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir.
No, you can't say, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's say about board. Board, let's say some state board is there. I'm writing SB. Let's say some CBSE board is there. ICSE board is. Can you do order here?
No,
You
sir.
can't, right? Let's say name of persons. Name is just a label for a person, right? Suppose for person A, her name is Ram. Then for person B, name is Suman. Okay. So can you order Ram is less than Suman or Suman is greater than Ram something?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So these kind of things will comes under the nominal scales of
Nominal.
measurement. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Let's come to the ordinal scale of measurement. So under ordinal scale of measurement, if you see, the only difference is the from nominal and all, it's the name categories and I can order the things. Okay. It's a name categories that can be ordered. Okay. So that can be ordered means, for example, suppose I'm saying, let's say rating, but be careful, rating, suppose it's given as poor, good, and excellent. Okay. So, okay, suppose this is the, here you can order, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, can you perform any meaningful mathematical operation? Poor plus good equal to excellent?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
You can't, right? So this will come under the categorical data. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, let's say t-shirt sizes. Okay. If you talk about t-shirt sizes, let's say small, medium, large, extra large, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Then this is the ordinal data. I
Yes,
can
sir.
order, right? There is
Yes,
an
sir.
order. Yes or no? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's a under comes under the categorical data, but I can order. Nominal ordinal is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
Let's come to the interval scale of measure. Those who have not, okay, just a little know. Okay. So only difference is the order. I can do in ordinal by the name. If you see ordinal, I mean I can order. Now the people
Interval.
got difficulty in interval and ratio. I will tell you what the interval and ratio scale of measurement. So one difference is, see, I told you it's I have to use for numerical data, right? These two. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
now
Yes,
sir.
sir.
in interval scale of measurement, I can perform addition, subtraction, but
Fraction.
I cannot find the
Multiplication
multiplication
and division.
Multiplication.
and division.
Division.
Why? I will tell you why. While in the ratio scale of measurement, I can perform all operations, addition,
Location.
subtraction,
Division
multiplication,
and
division.
Division.
Because of one property that's called the absolute zero property.
absolute zero.
Okay. So absolute zero property, I will tell you. So this absolute zero property is absent in interval scale of measurement, while in ratio scale of measurement, absolute zero is present. Okay. Okay. Now, anyone can tell me what did you get the meaning of absolute zero?
No, sir.
Anyone? Those
Absence
who
of
have what?
the measurement attribute. For example, if we are measuring number of days, uh,
Okay.
for
So
example, if we are measuring number of days needed to complete an assignment, then it can be zero. So zero indicates that 0 day.
okay, fine.
And
So
so
correct. Basically, meaning of zero. See, absolute zero means there is a meaning of zero. Means suppose I'm saying something zero means absolute zero means absence of that particular thing. Okay. I mean, there should be meaning of the zero. It shouldn't be like zero is there, but meaning of zero is not fulfilled. What do you mean by meaning of zero, absence of that particular thing? Suppose I'm saying 0 persons in a room. So that means there is no person. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is called
Yes, sir.
absolute zero is present. Means there is meaning of absolute zero. Suppose I'm saying zero number of pens in a shop. That means there is no pen, right? There is
Yes, sir.
absence of pens, right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose I'm saying zero number of shirts in an almirah. That means there is no shirts.
No shirts.
Means there is absence of that particular thing, right? So that is the meaning of absolute zero. Okay. Just tell me, suppose I'm saying 0 degrees Celsius temperature. So does this means there is no temperature?
No, sir.
No,
Sir.
sir.
We
no.
can't say, right?
No,
Zero
sir.
here zero doesn't mean there is absence of temperature. There is still some temperature, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So that's the difference of interval scale of measurement and ratio. In interval scale of measurement, absolute zero property is not fulfilled. And if absolute zero property is not fulfilled, it can take value in negative. In negative also. Okay, that is the key thing you can keep in your mind.
Sir, can you please
Okay, that is the key thing in you can keep in your mind. So okay, let me clarify why ratio. There is some background noise. Yeah, please mute if you do not have any doubt, right? Okay, so let me give you one example. See, due to this absolute zero property, right, absence of absolute zero property, we are not able to perform multiplication and division in interval scale of measurement. For example, suppose I think in Celsius, I think minus 273 degrees is the lowest, right?
Yes, sir. Zero Celsius.
Sir,
0 degree.
apart from temperature, any other example of absolute
Let
non-zero?
me. Have you watched the lecture video?
And no, sir, in this lecture I
Yeah,
haven't watched.
just listen. First, listen me carefully. Okay. First.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I think lower limit is minus 270 degree, right? And 0 is there, 20 is 40 is there, right? Okay, can you say, suppose I'm saying the amount of heat or amount of temperature from this to this is, let's say B. Let's make it A. Okay. And amount of heat of or temperature from minus 2 to, till 40 is P. Can you say B is the 2 times of A?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
Why?
sir.
Because of
Sir,
temperature.
numerically, sorry.
There is
No,
no.
sir, no, sir.
Yeah, good. Can we say or not?
No, sir.
No,
We cannot
sir.
say.
We can't say, right?
Yes, sir.
So, see, if you see, because this is absence of absolute zero. If absence of absolute zero means it can take the values below the zero. It can take values in negative. Okay. Where here we can't say. Here we can just find the subtraction and addition. Even as the opposite of this, suppose there is a marks. Okay. Let's say example of marks. Marks is 0 to 100. Okay. Suppose, let me do like this. Okay. Suppose this is the minimum marks 0. Okay. And this is the 20. And suppose this is the 40 and this is the maximum. Okay. Scaling we have to adjust. Okay. Suppose I'm saying this marks is, uh, I mean, A got the this marks and B got the this marks. So here can I say B got the twice marks than A?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Why? Because 0 is the there, right?
Absolute zero.
Okay.
Absolute zero present.
Absolute zero
Yes, sir. Absolute
presence.
zero.
Okay. Is this clear? Why? Now here you can see we are able to perform the multiplication and ratio, right? I can say A is got the marks half of than B, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The
Negative
same thing,
scale
right?
also can be present here, no, sir.
Sorry.
Negative scale of marks that he got negative marks like that.
Okay. So you are asking the question from graded assignment.
Yes.
So
No, I'm not asking from graded assignment. I'm just thinking that.
yeah, just if you're thinking, so the similar question is in graded assignment. The same thing I can't say right now. Okay, just think about this. Okay, whether are you able to perform them meaning this multiplication and division. The only thing whether absolute zero is there or not. If absolute zero is not failed, that means interval. Absolute zero failed means one thing you can keep in mind. If it's failed, that means it will take the values in negative as well. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I mean, rough idea is clear for these things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Fine.
Very helpful.
Okay, so I think if it's okay, then we can wind up the session for
yes, sir.
today. Okay.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
hoping you people got the concept at least
Yes,
for
sir.
today's session.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Rest
sir.
of the doubt we can discuss it later. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Excuse
Okay.
me, sir.
Yes, Francis.
Sir, in the previous in the next session, you are starting from this concept or another
I
concept.
think see concept has been discussed. Most probably the next session will be taken by other instructor. Okay, so we are planning to take the Solvida session. What's happening in Solvida session? We are coming with the some set of questions in slides. Okay, and
Yes,
we'll
sir.
present in front of you that slides based on the concept which you have learned in week 1. You have to solve the questions, and after that we can discuss the solution of that particular question along with the concept. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
those things will be clear, and after that there is one more session on upcoming Tuesday, where we will discuss the all the rest of the doubts. Apart from that, TA session is going on, right? You can check your calendar. Then you can join and you can ask some doubts and all there. Okay.
So solve with a session on Friday is overlapping with maths open session.
Yeah, Dipakji. Someone told me, I think you or someone else
Yes, sir.
told
I
me in the
I
team.
I only told you.
Okay. Thanks.
Sir, I
Thanks
have
to Ami.
another doubt. Can I ask,
We'll,
sir?
1 second. So we'll check with the team and get back. We'll try to resolve the overlapping. Okay.
Yes, sir,
Yeah,
sir,
Pransu,
because
go ahead.
both of them are at 8 p.m. Please
Okay,
resolve
fine.
it, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
So my question is I am qualifying the qualifier exam, and this is my foundational term. So the exam which I give on the 25th Feb, so that exam is much similar to the qualifier exam. So toughness of the exam questions is higher or is same as the questions which coming on the qualifier exam.
It's moderate.
Yeah, it's same thing, right? Qualifier is the something you are going to give, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
can
So
expect the
because sir, I
level
am
as
asking.
a. Yeah, go
Yes, sir.
ahead.
I'm asking this question because the activity assignment or the graded assignment which I
Yeah,
get
somewhat. Yeah,
is
somewhat.
little bit
See.
different.
Yes,
So
See,
that's why I'm
activity.
asking.
Okay, let me clarify things. Activity question is basically based on the concept things, which the things which are discussing in a particular session, right? I mean, those are the
Yes.
basic concept. Whether after watching the lecture video, whether you are able to recall the things or not. Practice is little bit higher than that. Okay, activity is very basic. I mean, suppose you watch the lecture video, whether are you able to recall the things or not? That is the something. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
practice and grade is something you have to put some more effort. Okay, so don't worry, you can expect the same level as the uh, these things,
It's moderate.
graded assignments and not more than that. Okay, or also you
Okay,
can
sir.
see the previous year papers and all. You'll There will
Yes, sir.
not be that much stuff. Okay.
Okay,
Okay
sir.
Sir,
then.
can we leave
Thank you, sir.
the class now?
Yeah, I'm about to. Okay,
Thank you,
Yeah.
thanks
sir.
Thank you,
everyone.
sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Good night,
Thank you,
Hope
sir.
the
sir. Have a
session
good
was
day, sir.
helpful for
Thank
Good
you,
night,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you, sir.
Good night,
Thanks.
sir.
Bye.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
bye.
sir.
Sir, are you there?
No.
Okay, thanks.
You left.